Today we're going to be talking about bilateral drawing, which is like one of my favorite things to do for self-regulation and stress relief and expressing emotions. Right? So bilateral drawing, all that really means is just drawing with both hands, right? And it feels really weird at first because we're not used to doing that, right? We're just used to our dominant hand. And so using both hands though creates that like bilateral stimulation, which you might have heard before. So that might be done through tapping sometimes, or even just like moving back and forth. So with bilateral drawing, you're still doing that, but you're combining it with art. And so just art making in general, especially in the therapeutic process, is really great for stress relief. So even just doodling for like 5 minutes a day can really help relieve stress. And so this process of bilateral drawing can be super helpful for that because it kind of just looks like scribbles, right? And so you're not necessarily trying to like create an image. It's really just used for expressing. So if you're angry, right, and you're using both hands, you might make a fist and like do this, right? Which like that kind of looks like punching, although like the movement that it looks like on the paper is kind of like lightning bolts. And like if you're using a crayon, right, and you draw really hard, like that looks very different than it does if you're just lightly, dragging it across the page. And even just doing that, right, is like more flowy. And so that's a great way to just express any feelings that you're having in a nonverbal way. And a lot of times we often have trouble expressing ourselves and our feelings because just as a whole, right, we're not really conditioned to talk about what we're feeling. And so using art making as a way to do that can be really helpful, especially when you don't have the words. And sometimes even if you just start, and not even having really a goal, like your art might reveal something to you that you didn't even know that you were feeling. So it can be helpful for that as well. It can be used for all kinds of emotions like sadness or anxiety. It can be really good, especially like, right, stress and anxiety and anger, like those things are like very body based, and so it can be helpful to like get that out, right? And because we're using our hands, and if you notice when I'm doing that, like my body's moving, right? And so it helps to bring in that somatic component as well, and like really like just release all of those things that we're holding on to. So I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you again soon.